So in this one we're going to be talking about slings. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to start with the traditional 2-point sling and its uses, and we'll go all the way to slings that are commonly used in the military in Iraq and Afghanistan now. So basically we're going to go over 4 different types of slings. One will be your traditional 2-point, where one is it's attached to the bottom of the stock here and the bottom of the foregrip here. Okay, this is called the traditional 2-point. 2 points of attachment to the weapon. Okay, that's why it's called a standard 2-point, and because it's on the bottom, that's the way it's always been since it started, and this is why it's called the traditional 2-point. The operation of a traditional 2-point is basically like so, okay? And then you walk with your rifle like so. If you need to use your rifle, for those of you that do not know how to run a 2-point traditional sling, that's what this video is for. And all other slings also. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand, you're going to grab your sling here, okay? This allows you to grab the butt of your rifle here, swing it down and up and here. See how that works? Okay? And now I'm in a firing position that quick. So let's watch that again. Okay? I'm walking along, I see something, switch left where my right was, grab the butt of my rifle, swing it down, bring it right up. Boom. Now I'm in a firing position. Just like that. Okay? Now then, that's a traditional 2-point. Okay? Now when we go over my shotgun, mine is quite a bit different. Okay? Well, what makes mine different? Well, first off, mine is set up for a modern 2-point. What makes it modern? Well, I still have one attachment all the way at the end of my magazine tube here, but my second attachment point on my stock is up. It's elevated, if you can see that. Okay? So it's right there. The reason for this is that I am going to take my sling and I'm going to throw it over my shoulder like this. Okay? The reason why this is a good thing is because no matter what happens, I'm ready to go. Okay? I'm walking along with my shotgun in front of me. Okay? I'm wanting the butt of my shotgun, or the back end of my stock, to be about 1 fist away from my chin. Okay? And I'm going to be walking along like this. Okay? Now if I see something and I need to engage it, boom, I bring it straight up. Okay? When I'm doing that, note where my arm is when I'm carrying. When I'm carrying, the sling is under my arm. When I get ready to engage, I'll bring my elbow down and I'll throw, literally, that sling comes from under my arm to over my arm. Okay? Now that gives me abilities of moving. Okay? And then I move right along from there. Now, if I'm walking along and all of a sudden I need to deal with something, but my gun is going to be in my way, let's say I need to work on a vehicle, let's say I need to work on something, whatever, what am I going to do? The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my right hand off of my pistol grip, and I'm going to grab the sling right up top here, and at the same time that I pull this down, I'm going to grab my foregrip and I'm just going to spin it behind my back, just like that. Now I have my shotgun behind me, or my rifle, as the case may be. Yeah, it's in my way a little bit with my leg, but it's no big deal, because this is not a standard walking method. Okay, I'm not going to be doing a patrol with my weapon like this. Okay, when you're doing a patrol, you need to have your weapon ready for access and ready to be used at any given point in time. Okay, so this is I'm kneeling on the ground, I'm working on a vehicle, I'm doing something. Important to note, this is why the butt of my weapon is down, not my barrel. If my barrel is down, my barrel can be stuck in the ground. If my barrel gets stuck in the ground, guess what happens? There is a chance for dirt and muck to get into the end of my barrel. So if I need to shoot my weapon at that point and there's crap in the end of my barrel can explode on me. And not only will that hurt me, but that will also hurt my buddies around me. That's a bad idea. So, butt down, barrel up, always good. Okay? Got it. Good. Alright. Now, I've been working on something. I'm done working on it. How do I bring my weapon back into the ready position? I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to grab the bottom of my rifle butt and I'm just going to sling it. And at the same time, I'm going to grab my right hand. I'm going to grab my sling here and I'm just going to sling it on around and boom, I'm there. Okay? And then I just bring it back down. And I'm ready to continue walking. Okay? That is a traditional 2-point sling. Okay? That is the modern 2-point sling. What are the advantages of the modern 2-point? Well, as you can see, it's easier to get on target. It's faster to get on target. And it's relatively easy to work with. Okay? Disadvantages? Not really all that many. It's a good balanced system. Now, with that being said, I will now introduce you to the 3-point sling. The 3-point is similar to the 2-point. The only difference is that you have a loop in the middle. Okay? And that loop is where your body goes. Okay? So it literally wraps around you like so. Okay? Alright? So now this loop that's around my body is what's holding my weapon to my body. Okay? The great thing about a 3-point sling is that it's very stable. I do not have to worry about my weapon doing anything that I don't want it to do when in combat or anything else. The problem with it is that yes, it's easy to bring up, it's easy to access, it's easy to use, all that stuff, but I cannot bring my weapon behind my back. Okay? I don't have that flexibility. Okay? So if I'm only on patrol and I'm only going to be doing patrol and I do not want to have to worry about anything else, and if I know that I probably won't have to worry about dealing with my secondary or whatever else, this could be a good option. On the other hand, I like the modern 2-point myself, but whatever. This is just simply to get you understanding the different sling methods, because a lot of people don't really go over this. So that's my job. That's what I'm doing here. I am trying to go over these. So this is the 3-point. Okay? Alright. Now the last sling method is the 1-point. I don't have one of those because for me, a 1-point, it's basically the easiest way to describe a 1-point is that it's essentially a sling without having a sling. Here's what I mean. My bolt is locked, open, clear, and safe. Just to let you know. Now, what a 1-point does is it'll have a loop like this, but both ends will be connected to the stock. So it'll hang like this. Okay? If you need to bring it up, you'll just bring it straight up like this. Okay? Some people carry it off to the side this way, so it's hanging like so. It's all up to personal preference. Some people have something on their belt that's called a weapons catch, that what they'll do is you'll have the 1-point sling here and then the weapons catch on the belt. so that that weapon will not move about no matter how fast you move, because it's locked to your belt. Problem with that is that it's a little bit slower to draw. It's a little bit slower to get on target, because now you got to fiddle with this weapons catch and then bring it up, okay? Which was the whole point of the 1-point sling to begin with, is speed, okay? A lot of the 1-point slings, they've got a bungee system, so that now you have basically shock absorbers with your rifle riding about like this. Now if you remember what I was telling you about the ground and your barrel, 1-point slings always ride with the barrel of your weapon down, okay? Now let's think about this. If I drop to my knees real quick, guess what's going to happen to my barrel if I don't mind it? It's going to go straight into the dirt, okay? See a problem here? That's why I don't mess with 1-point slings. On the other hand, there are people that love them and swear by them. Kudos and good for you. For me, a 1-point is just not. If I've got a choice, I'm going to go for a 2-point or a 3-point sling that I have made into a modern 2-point. Some people prefer that method, and then there's also the traditional method. But whatever you choose, it's up to you. It's, you know, the best sling for you is the one that's the most comfortable for you. For me, it's the modern 2-point. For somebody else, that may be the traditional 2-point, and yet for someone else, it may be the 1-point. I mean, it just depends. So anyway, there's a quick review, an overview on how it works, how it's attached, and how it rides and how you use it. So thanks, guys. I appreciate your comments, I appreciate your views, I appreciate your time. Defend your homes wisely.